Hi, I'm Alan Wrong, and on this week's episode of Exploring History, we'll be talking about Italian fascism and its creator, Benito Mussolini.
After World War I, countries in Europe gave rise to multiple totalitarian dictators. Today, we're lucky enough to have an expert in Italian history with a PhD in Italian early modern world history from Harvard and a specialist in all things Mussolini, Dr. Tyler O'Yang.
Dr. Yang, the concept of fascism can confuse viewers. People have yet to come up with a definition for it, and many are confused at the idea. So what is fascism, and how did it arise?
That's an excellent question, Mr. Wrong. You're right in the sense that fascism has no formal definition. It's easier to say what it's not than what it is. What it's not is socialist, nor capitalist, and it doesn't believe in democracy.
That seems confusing.
The closest thing to a definition that I can think of is this. Fascism is one authoritarian dictator controlling everything, from the press to the economy to even ideas. It employs ultra-nationalist ideas and extreme militarism to achieve its violent goals of conquering the world. And Mussolini was the pioneer of this barbaric ideology. Mussolini once said that, like all sound political conceptions, fascism is action and it is thought. Action in which doctrine is immanent, and doctrine arising from a given system of historical forces in which it is inserted, and working on them from within.
Fascism was whatever the nation needed it to be, and was more of a product of the nation's political turmoil than a defined idea. The architect behind this idea, Benito Mussolini, Il Duce of Italy, was a leader whose evil genius was a match for no other. Born in a lower middle-class family, Mussolini for a while really was the man of the people he later claimed to be. Growing up, Mussolini proved to be a difficult child. He was aggressive, being so violent that he stabbed the people with a knife and was expelled from the school later on. Mussolini's adult life was filled with an admiration of Karl Marx and socialism as a whole. As a young adult, he joined the Great War, supporting it because of Marx's statement that revolutions follow war, and enlisted in the Italian military in 1914. Mussolini had returned from the war a different man. He denounced socialism and supported an authoritarian ruler instead, and at the perfect time. Italy was undergoing a civil war during the late 1910s. His fanatic zealots, called the Black Shirts for their attire, were swayed by Mussolini's genius speaking skills to spread the ideas of fascism and ultranationalism. By 1922, his army of fascist Black Shirts had 40,000 loyal supporters, joining Mussolini in his symbolic March of Rome. Despite his wish for a violent uprising, King Emmanuel III had already folded to the wishes of the fascist party and granted him a spot as the prime minister. Italians welcomed the idea. At the time, fascism was viewed as a necessity, as the glories that Mussolini preached contrasted with the bleak living conditions of Italian citizens of the time. It helped that Mussolini valued the opinion of the people and his public image. Mussolini, a lifelong atheist, realized that Catholicism, despite his indifference towards it, was the religion and lifestyle that 80% of Italy practiced. After Victor Emmanuel II claimed power, though, the Pope became a prisoner of Vatican City, a decision that greatly displeased the people of Italy. Mussolini knew this, and after he seized power from Victor Emmanuel II's grandson, he reinstated power to the Pope and gained his support. His popularity led the people to look past his actions, which could only be justified by the ends. To fix the dreadful inflation and the food shortage plaguing Italy, he took personal control over the economy. He controlled wages, hours, and work conditions and prohibited strikes. He enforced a policy of autarky, or economical self-sufficiency. He placed heavy restrictions on imports and minimized reliance on foreign powers. He also greatly decreased the amount of resources devoted to military development. Despite all this, there was a continuous decline in living conditions, as conditions in Italy grew worse and worse.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much. Yeah, so we just received word that we have a working time machine that we can use to travel back in time and interview Mussolini. Let's go. Alright guys, what you see here looks like a vending machine, but this is actually our secret time machine in disguise. And here's how we used it. Enter our secret PIN code. So now we're in the past, but what time is it? Let's go find Mussolini. Excuse me, do you know where
Shh! Sta facendo un discorso. Italians! Our nation is one with limitless potential.
Democracy, it's a failing, floundering lie. Fascism, now that, my countrymen, fascism is the future. Our state is supreme, and every citizen must serve its glory. A strong leader ensures these three things: unity, order, and strength. Our armies shall march to reclaim the empire that is our destiny. The economy must serve the nations, with workers and employers united as one under the state. Fellow Italians, stand strong! We are one. Education, faith, and media will forge loyal Italians. We stand firm in our mission. Believe, obey, fight! Together, we will make Italy invincible!
That was a great speech from Mussolini. So how's your life been under his policies?
Oh, hi. So, Mussolini is one of the best leaders in our country ever. The Pope supports him and we all support the Pope. He has been winning us wars like the war with Ethiopia, and he kicked out this evil socialism in our country.
Thank you. Let's go find someone else now. So how has your life been under Mussolini?
Mussolini, well, I will tell you what I can, but I cannot speak freely. Mussolini is a swine. The economy of Italy is deteriorating every moment. I do not have the money to pay my employees and have to sell my most prized possessions just to keep my own land. Mussolini spreads anti-bourgeoisie propaganda, anti-Jewish propaganda, all to dismiss us as scoundrels who desire nothing but money, comfort, and power.
Wow, that's harsh. Now let's go find a third opinion.
Yeah, and as you can see, life under Mussolini wasn't all that pretty. There were a lot of atrocities that suppressed the freedoms of the people.
So how has your life been under Mussolini?
Mussolini, his policies are the worst thing that could ever happen to this country. His push for a self-sufficient economy has brought inflation and food shortages. The terrorist he plays has made our lives worse. And his focus on military expansion has...
Hey, what's going on here? Do you have a permit for that? Stop that recording.
Hurry up, the black shirts are out. We have to get out of here. Oh, we're almost there, Oh,